Righteous Fire is the first add-on mission disc for Privateer. It does rekindle interest in the game, but only for a short while. The good thing is that this new disc includes a strong plot that will grab you and pull you into space mystery. The bad thing is that the missions themselves are most non-righteous, Evil Ted. Righteous Fire starts a year after the conclusion of the Privateer plot. You are taking an extended vacation on the pleasure planet Jolson when you are informed by this rust bucket that your Steltech gun, the super weapon you got for completing the original plot, has been stolen from your ship. Now you're in the mood to kick ass, but whose ass do you kick? And where is it? The manual could have told you where to go to begin the plot, but it didn't. It would have been nice even if the bartender on Jolson had a clue, but no! It's easy enough to figure out, but why did Origin make me fly around gathering hints? This is not Ultima 42, and I didn't like being treated like an adventure gamer. Although the plot doesn't really start until you get to Oxford, a stopover at Perry Naval Base will allow you to fly some fairly profitable missions for the Confed Navy, and will also let you hear about one of the key figures of the plot. Governor Menish has been a bad boy. It seems he's played with some kittens he shouldn't have, and now the Confederation wants to dole out large quantities of cannon fire upon his personage. It's a dirty world, but you'll do anything for a buck. Really getting into the plot will require flying some missions for Oxford's chief librarian. Apparently, he knows someone who knows something, but to get him to set up a meeting with his friend, you'll have to do some work for him. It's no surprise that these missions are all combat intensive, and here's where the game starts to fall apart. The ship you're likely to be flying is so superior to those of your enemies that most of the combat in Righteous Fire is far from challenging. You'll rarely hear me say this about a game, but it should have been harder. There are a few new toys to spend your money on, not that you really need any of them. Fusion cannons are the strongest guns in the game and rip armor to shreds. Gun coolers increase the speed at which you can fire. Shield regenerators are aptly named since they make your shields regenerate faster. Speed enhancers give you an extra 85 kilometers per hour to play with, like you really needed it. Thrust enhancers allow you to accelerate to maximum speed faster. Isometal armor is significantly tougher than any other armor on the market. The advanced repair droid does the same thing the old droid did, only faster. It still won't repair your weapons or armor. A few of these items are good investments, but many are just extraneous trinkets to spend your money on. The inclusion of more interesting items and maybe a new ship type or two would have made this a more worthwhile disc. After appeasing the eggheads at Oxford, you will get to meet Monty, a man who has quietly built a reputation as an information dealer in Gemini. He knows plenty, including that you have made it onto the Retro's A1 party list, but don't expect him to just spill his guts to you. Like everyone else in this game, Monty wants to make use of your particular talent, namely making large holes in other people's ships. Shut up and do as you're told, because Monty definitely knows what's going on. As you make your way around Gemini, you'll come into contact with a new kind of ship. Naturally, it will make its presence known to you by hurling large bolts of destructiveness at you. Your targeting system can identify it, and when you try to hail the pilot, you get no response. Let's see here. It looks like a Kilrathi and flies like a Retro. What's going on here? Monty thinks you're in grave danger, but I think Monty just needs to have more fun in life. That's the real problem with Righteous Fire. You're never really in a lot of danger. You can be killed, but unless you're letting your grandma fly for you, it's not going to happen much. I like to fly around and kill things. But when it's this easy, I start to think of the more important things I should be doing, like laundry. When a game makes you daydream of household chores, something's wrong, folks. Remember when I told you to put up with Monty's demands? Well, turns out he knew where Menish was hanging out. Governor Bad Guy stole your gun all right, and probably sold it to the highest bidder. This is one of the key confrontations in the game, and as such, it's yet another disappointment. You guessed it, another easy battle. Righteous Fire isn't a bad add-on by any means, it's just far too easy. The plot is its strongest point. It was good enough to make me put up with swatting down wave after wave of space mosquitoes to see its resolution. Origin needs to realize that a decent pilot and a well-outfitted Centurion can take down anything in the original game with ease. I'm looking forward to the next mission disc for Privateer, and I can only hope that it'll be more of a challenge than this one. And I wouldn't mind if they gave me a new ship to play around with either.